darkroom. The whole key about the darkroom, currently, and the pigu. The pigu is ancient diet, and that means we stop the grain and eating only a very certain thing. And this certain thing will really helping you to clean yourself out. In the morning, lunch, and evening, we have a little bit different thing for you. Okay, so there's no grain. Like in the morning, we have the pigu peel, white egg yolk, the peanut, and the goji berry. We always have that. This is the best time for you to do the detox. Before the breakfast, you have the lymphatic drainage tea, and you have the liver detox, liver and kidney detox, and paraway, and that is to get rid of the parasite. When we fast, my master told me the most fearful thing is a parasite. When you reduce the food, so in the Tao theory is that when you eat the grain, parasite, you feed the parasite. And that's what they believe that way. If we stop the grain for a while, the parasite started to get nervous because we have no food. And when we have the paraway, the clinic now we have, finally we find out, it took me a long time to really find out the thing. So we have the UV. UV, we know that the rays of the sun, which kill the parasite, a lot of virus, many things that they cannot kill. And we have the filter, and we have the UV and the ozone. So the UV now, we just have the new machine because it can, so your blood coming out, you go to expose to the UV for 1 hour. So the blood about 2000 cc, you expose to the UV and go to the filter out all the uric acid, the fat, and a lot of things that the body don't need it. And sometimes the kidney get to one level, is weaker, it cannot get it out. So all these things will be stay in the blood. And that's why I like that. And after that, we go into the ozone. Ozone also, we know that kill pathogen, parasite, many things. So these two, because when you started to fast, all these things come out. They come out, you know. In the morning, you're gonna have a herb tea. One tea is for the clean out your lymphatic. And you have the red cover, and that is for the detoxing the liver. In the morning, 8 o'clock, we have juice, steamed peanuts, and you have ginger tea, and your 1 apple. Now, lunchtime, you have herb tea, chlorophyll water, and that clean out the blood. 1 fruit, watermelon. Fruit, usually we will have watermelon for you. And you have sesame bar. The whole key is chewing the food. The whole key that you're chewing the food. Okay. Dinner, you have 1 pill, is red cover. It clean out the liver and the kidney. Tomato, and you have the Chinese goji berry. And you have the tea that you have, we call nature tea. The tea that you have, nature tea, is an important tea because it cleans out your large intestine. Some people, they're reflecting diarrhea a little bit. It cleans out your large intestine. So every day we give you to clean out. If you do this clean out, you will start to go into a much more cleaning system. In the pickle thing is you stop and you clean. Okay, T clean out the last intestine. Okay, so the whole currently actually we go back to a very simple water and fire. It seems simple. It's the way how we define water and how we refine the fire. In our body, the Tao said, the water is below and the fire is above. So that's why the heart is fire, the brain is fire, the kidney and sexual organ is below, belong to water element. So it seems like the water is leaking all out. It go down, flow down. The fire is keep on burning upward. In this way, we are losing both. We're losing both things. In the Tao, currently, it's called reverse. So if we reverse the fire below and the water above, and now you get, we call life. Okay, the steam. So if two forces become one forces, so that is the key. So now, to define two forces, we have to start to see what is the two forces. So the water forces, we have the, so we define them, have the kidney, sexual organ, and the earth energy, and the sacrament. So anything in below. Okay. So when the anything in below, we need to blend them together. Now we have the water, and now later on we're going to add more. And we have fire, so we have the heart fire, and we have the, later on we have adrenal gland, the thymus, the thalamus. All these higher gland is more young and more fire. And you have the forces from above, and you have the fire forces. So they are become a fire. So the whole key is the essence of gathering the force. So we are in the whole key is how you creating a section. You creating a drawing force. And so we're going to go into a lot of how to holding the force. And the formula is, we already have part of it in the basic infusion. Is when the normal breath stop, the true breath begin. Okay, and the true breath not go to the nose, but go to all the energy center. That's how all the true breath coming. Now let's talk about what is the dark room. And it go very closely with the Tao. Usually we're going to talk about God, miracle, wonderful, something like. Okay, we know the darkness, they have something happen. Usually when the sun down, and up to be whatever the time you are. So up to be about when the sun down at 9 o'clock. So when in about 9 o'clock, when we don't have light, so when this is what we being is still a very old time. When the sun set and get up to 9 o'clock, everything very quiet. And that time, the melatonin started to produce and make us sleepy. Okay. And the melatonin produce enough until 1 o'clock. And 1 o'clock, a sexual hormone produce until 3 o'clock. and that is two major hormone producing. Okay, and now we know that the sexual hormone, the melatonin, a sexual hormone, actually the one that tell the body cells and the stem cell to replace the sick cells and to repair the cells. In that way, the body have chance to repair. Now we know that when you have enough melatonin to one level, 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock we're producing melatonin. So if we don't have a good rest in that period, the melatonin don't produce very well. Okay, but when we have in the darkness, so the whole key in the darkness is you calm your mind, you calm your heart, so the heartbeat will start to slow down. When we in the darkness, the melatonins are started to accumulate. Now, if you have no light, the melatonin cannot convert to serotonin. When there's no light to convert them into serotonin and no activity. Also activity like thinking, or saying, or speaking, it also will convert some of the melatonin into serotonin. So make us active, the serotonin. So this one we have the tryptophan that with a lot of many food. So all the protein that we have, the bean, the protein, the egg white yolk, they have the protein to creating the tryptophan. Turn into serotonin, the melatonin, 5-MeO and DMT. So this is all known by the spiritual molecule. But the whole key is how can you accumulate enough melatonin? And the key is darkness, no speak, blank your mind, make your heartbeat lower, and the melatonin will produce and not convert to the serotonin. So that's why in the dark room you have chance to do this. That's why the noise and speaking is important. The tryptophan turn to serotonin. In the daytime when we see light, it turns to serotonin. If not, at night, it turns to melatonin. Now the melatonin, if you don't convert them into serotonin again, they will start to producing. So the pineal gland is a key that when they have no light, they do another job. When they have light, they do another job. Okay, so the pineal gland, and we activate the pineal gland is the anus. Okay, the anus and the sexual energy activate the pineal gland. And when the pineal gland activate, it will give inhibit, don't convert the melatonin back into serotonin. And when we have enough the melatonin, it will convert themselves into 5-MeO. 5-MeO is a long name, and this long name is they call so it's 5-MeO is you start to see light. So usually after 3 days you calm, you quiet, no light, and now you see the light. You started to see light. Okay, the two lights sometimes you see is the violet light, darker violet light, and the second one is the white light. The 5-MeO, the pineal gland, and it don't convert back into melatonin again. It will convert to DMT. So the DMT usually is take about 6 days, 7 days to really enough And that will be started to have what we call by a separation. That means the body started to have a separation. People get to this level, they use the drugs. But in the Tao said the separation take place. So in the esoteric, they always, this is the major thing they want to do, is you started to feel that your soul and spirit can separate. But usually if we don't practice this, the only time we feel this separation is death. So people normally only experience one time in their life is the moment of death. The soul spirit, when this physical are not suitable to live, we will separate the body. Okay? And now, for 1,000 years, we discover this, we call magic mushroom. They are cactus, peyote, and so these two things, actually there are many more now. Now we discover more. Magic mushroom, the mushroom is amazing, okay? One we can eat. One, the color one is very toxic, we die. It's a very toxic one. And the other one, like the more yellow one, white but more yellow, and that is not poison enough, but poison enough to do something in the body. So when the people take it in, the body regard them as very poison, so the whole body fight. So in that fighting period, so that's why magic, it trigger out the body to fight, and they think that we're going to die. So in that moment, the soul run out. So when the soul run out, it activate we call a death hormone. So we are in the dark room for 9 months. Death hormone are built in that moment. And actually in the Tao, we don't use the word death. We use the separation hormone. It's a separation, a very strong poison coming in, and it triggers out the whole body to fight. And when it's very strong fighting, at that moment, the soul, so adrenal gland fight, but when the adrenal gland sound alert, they need a lot of extra power, and this extra power comes from the kidney. So the kidney have to release a lot of extra energy to do the fighting. So in that moment, it take out a lot of kidney energy and many organ energy and shoot the soul spirit outward. And in that time when the soul spirit shooting out, we see color, see visions, hear music, see God, see angels, see everything. So whatever you dream of, or whatever you've been programming, or however you've been teaching, or they've been put something on you, now you see those. So that when people go out, they come back to, oh, I see God, I'm hugging with God, I shake hands with God, I talk to God. But actually, sometimes we say, it's the illusion part. It's real, not real. But because the soul spirit experience, our body experience. But one thing about the magic mushroom, they don't kill the whole body right away. Okay? So they trigger out, the soul spirit go out, experience all kind of light, color, hear music, sound, everything. And after that, they come back. And the effect of the magic mushroom gone. Now the body go back to be normal function. But if we say that in that way, one drugs can take about 1/10 of the body energy to shoot the soul spirit out. It's a lot. So when people coming back, they're very exhausted. Okay, and but the experience is never had it before. So they warn against this experience. Now, in the second time, if they do it, or the third time they do it, if they use the same amount of mushroom, it's not enough. It seems like they don't trigger out that part because the same amount already used up. So you have to be increasing the amount of the mushroom or other drugs stronger to have the effect. But they never think that that kind of strong effects, it need a lot of energy to burn. So it start to taking all the remain of the kidney energy to burn. Adrenaline gland trigger out the kidney, trigger out the heart action, the lung action, the brain action to burn out. Because the body think that I'm going to die, I just burn all the energy and I get out. So when they go out, boom, phew, now they see things. Okay, and they see color, hear music again, and they after that, when the effect gone, they come back. Now the body been used up so much energy. Every time you go and you double the drugs, so go to one level, there's no more energy to burn. So the whole key is we burn out all this energy into one certain level, we run out of energy and gone. And the first step, these people are kidney gone. The next one, liver and the brain gone. Because it take all the action and burn out to shoot the soul spirit out. Many Tao masters just pass away. With this, the total kidney gone, kidney failure gone. Because they use the mercury and many sulfur, many metal, many gold, metal and all these things dissolved in the mercury. And when they ingest in, it's poison enough to make the body out, but don't kill them right away. But every time you use so much energy, jing, to burn and shoot the soul spirit out. So now they know that it don't work. So they stop that. Because many Tao masters pass away with this, we call immortal pill. And they start to this internal work. And they discover that it's the slower, but it's more, you are build up your own melatonin. You build up yourself, okay? And you build them up, and now we know the whole key is the melatonin, 5-MeO, and DMT. And if the practice of the energy and the practice of the practice, that you increasing the melatonin, and that is the key. So you not trigger out your own separation hormone. And now and this one, with the energy, with everything, we started to learn how to separate. And we learn how to come back. So the beginning, you got to see that you feel you are looking at yourself to practice. So the practice you're going to be involved with so much is whatever you do, you are training your soul and spirit to do it. It's just like a baby, a child, follow you what you're doing. So you're sitting meditation, they also follow you sitting meditation. And you started to see them and feel them that they are doing the same thing I do. Okay? So every time when you do something, they started to follow and do with you. And that's the time we said you are training the soul and the spirit. You're training them. Okay?